Hey there peeps, mewmew here and welcome back to Dragalia Lost. Today we're going to be talking about the new bait banner and will I get my chocolate tiers? So let's get to it. So we do have more information, but first I want to talk about something I announced yesterday in yesterday's video. I'm going to be doing a special video at the beginning of May answering any questions that you may want to ask about me. So definitely ask them in the comments below. I won't answer them in the comments. I will make a video just answering some of the questions. Maybe your question will be featured in the video, so I'll like take a, include it. That'll be really cool. I'm very excited to do this. Also slightly nervous, but I can't wait to see what kind of questions you ask me. Looking forward to that. But on to the video. Let's talk about the new units are coming. Also, we got a little bit more information about the treasure trade that's coming up. But let's talk about those two notices first. So the first thing is there's some tech issues regarding the 4-star weapon Ocean Core. Apparently there was an issue with the stats. They were lower than the intended value. There's going to be an update for it in a future update, so that's good that they did that. Also, regarding the treasure trade for the wrymprints. So, hello everyone, it is the Dragalia Lost team. This is a notification about the treasure trade for wrymprints. As mentioned in the regarding changes to summoning notice, which will be implemented after the maintenance on April 25th, wrymprints that are available for a limited time in events or by summoning will not be included in the treasure trade lineup when the change is implemented. However, they may become available in the trade in the future, and we will send a notice in such cases. Be on the lookout for an update notification regarding the treasure trade for wrymprints at a later date. So, what does this tell us? So, yes, we're getting a treasure trade for wrymprints. We talked about that in my changes to summoning video that probably will pop up over there. So definitely check that out. I talk about how they're removing wrymprints from the summoning pool, which is a really big change for them to do. I'm very proud of them for taking such a big change, step in the change process in their game. Definitely, it's something commendable. Good for them. Like, I applaud them for listening to us. I've sent them a thank you feedback. If you want to send them thank you feedback, because at least make them aware that you appreciate what they're doing for us. Also, so we have been thinking about, will we see the limited time wrymprints in the treasure trade, and apparently that answer is no. So I've been wanting the chocolatiers like in Valentine's Day, which I didn't get the chocolatiers, which is very unfortunate. So I won't be able to get the chocolatiers on day one once these changes are implemented, which sucks. However, they did say that limited time wrymprints might come at a later time. Maybe we'll still have like event specific wrymprints, but they'll be available in the treasure trade for like a few weeks or like a week during an event, and you can trade for them during that time. And maybe during the 1-year anniversary, they will make all the limited time wrymprints available for us to purchase. I think that would be really cool. Like, how they did the Your Dreams special summon. If they also opened the treasure trade to have all the wrymprints we've ever had and allow you to purchase them if you want to, using your Eldwater. I think that would be cool. Even if they cost a little bit more Eldwater, I'd still be okay with it. But I think, charging the same amount of Eldwater would be appropriate, just because they're still the same rarity. It's just that you can only buy them on certain time periods. So that's my thought process on it. Let me know how you think that they'll handle the limited time wrymprints. Do you think that they'll come back for anniversary like I kind of predict they will? Or do you think I have to wait till next Valentine's Day to be able to get my chocolatiers? So let me know. I'd love to hear what you think. Anyway, so now going on to the bigger thing. Well, not really bigger thing, but like announcing the next summon showcase, Visions of Amity. So the next summon showcase, Visions of Amity, kicks off at 1 AM today. So basically at 1 AM Texas time, they're going to be adding this banner to us, and I kind of assumed that it would be a wind raid up banner, and I was wrong because it's not wind raid up. However, we'll get to that. And appearance rates for featured adventurers and dragons will be boosted during the showcase. The changes to summoning, which were announced in regarding changes to summoning, so removing of the wrymprints, will be applied after the maintenance plan on April 25th. So this banner will still have wrymprints associated with it. So if you break your pity braid, it could still be a wrymprint, a 5-star wrymprint that you can get, which, you know, just makes you less willing to pull from this, in my opinion. And after this banner, they will finally be, you know, removed. These adventures are not limited. They're going to be here forever and ever. They're just going to have a rate up for this period. So we have somebody that we had a mystery about, Sylas. I don't know if you remember my video I did like a few weeks ago, but the mystery of the missing husband, because everybody wanted this guy, and it turned out he was kind of like a bad apple during the story, but everybody was just like, he was an integral part of the story, why not include him? So now they've included him, so that's kind of cool. I wonder if it had been because people were complaining about it or like asking for him, or maybe if he was originally intended to come out at this time. I don't know. Very curious about that. But it is really cool. I still think that because of how they scheduled the events, they could have done the Hunt for Harmony this week ending on the 25th instead of when they did. I think it would have been better placement of it. It would have fit the holiday even more, but it is what it is. So he is a 5-star adventurer. He is a wind lance user. And so yeah, I mean, I thought it was a wind focus banner, and we are getting a wind character, which, you know, is appropriate because we are getting High Mercury this week. Actually, well, tomorrow with this banner we're getting High Mercury. So you would think that this character might be really good for High Mercury, but is that really the case? So it is the support unit, a Sylvan aromatics expert tirelessly working to create new scents and applications. He's known Lucas since childhood, and both despairs at his immaturities and envies his grit. His skills. Woodland Spear deals wind damage to enemies directly ahead, reduces their strength by 10%, and inflicts poison. He also does Inspiriting Scent, which increases the team skill gauge fill rate by 20% for 15 seconds and applies one of the following at random. Either increases their strength by 20% for 15 seconds, increases their defense by 20% for 15 seconds, increases max HP by 15% for the remainder of the quest. So this kind of really reminds me of Sanoa, of how she has her random effects. And, you know, let's talk about his co-abilities. So co-abilities, he has HP plus 15%, which makes sense for, you know, lance user. It has last recovery, which grants HP regen buff for 20 seconds when HP drops to 30%, which can help him, you know, kind of survive a little bit longer in case his HP does drop. And this is only once per quest. He has a freeze resistance by 100%, which is interesting. And also at HP equal to 70% or higher, his strength will increase by 13%. So what and also this is all maxed out. This is really interesting to me because why? Why does he have a freeze resistance? Like, legit, why? Like, it makes no sense to me whatsoever for him to have a freeze resistance, unless somehow our information for the Dragalia Digest and, you know, assuming that High Mercury is gonna bog is mistaken. Like, did we all just get confused somehow? I mean, they showed bog resistant characters. They made it seem like it was in a bog. Why release a wind character that would be effective against High Mercury, but with freeze resistance? Like, that to me is really weird. I mean, he would be a good unit for Imperial Onslaught, but not for High Mercury. So it's like, in this banner, do I suggest you summon for him if you're trying to do High Mercury? No, like, completely not. I mean, his buffs are kind of interesting, and if you pair him with a low end that can remove bog on him if, you know, he gets bogged down, that's fine. Like, you know, you do have that, you know, ace up your sleeve, and, you know, throw a bog resistance, you know, wyrmprint on him to help him out. You know, it can work, but it just doesn't seem like why. Like, why, you know, he would have freeze while Mercury's in a bug. Because usually when we get units, they usually have the resistance of whatever is going on in the game at that point. Usually if the character does poison resist, the enemy we're facing in an event has poison attacking. So it's really weird. Also, we have a future dragon, which is great winds, poisonous mist, come from the Avatar disaster. Pazuzu. He looks really cool and interesting. And he is a wind dragon, and he's a dragon who births disaster from his wings. While he rarely involves himself with humans, he respects any who meet and overcome the destruction and disease his storms carry. So his skills is deals wind damage to enemies in a line, reduces their defense by 5%, and inflicts poison. That's really cool that he does inflict poison and reducing their defense. So I really like that. So reducing the defense and also poisoning. His abilities are strength plus 50%. If the user is attuned to wind, increases strength by 50%. Also, for wind, poison punisher. If the user is attuned to wind, increases damage to poison enemies by 20%. So I really like the plus 50%, and like that kind of tempts me to want this dragon. However, like the poison punisher, it literally only works on characters that can do poison. Like, so if your character can poison somebody, then it benefits from this dragon buff. So in this case, this dragon, Pazuzu, would go perfectly with Sylas. I don't know who else does poison as an attack that is also a wind adventurer. Let me know in the comments who that is. If I can't remember at this moment. Maybe one of the bow users. I don't know, but like it's very, you know, specific. But I don't know. The plus 50% strength is very, very tempting in my opinion. And that's really all the 5 stars. There is a 4-star character, and I have to say, I am so salty about this. Let me show you, because I am so salty about this. So, you can see my screen here, and I'm not gonna have audio because I'm not gonna get up in, you know, copyright stuff. We have new adventurers, and we've already talked to all Sylas, but we're getting Yue, and I need to stretch this out. So we're getting Yue. If you don't know who Yue is, she was on the Chocolatiers art during Valentine's Day, and I thought she was really cute. I mean, she was on the Chocolatiers art, so you know she was there with Marvel, Lily, and Cleo. Marvel and Lily are both wand users and 5 stars. So we thought, you know, Yue would be a fire wand user. And, you know, which would fit really well to them. Because, you know, magicians and elemental. We thought that. And it turns out she's an axe user. Like, I felt so trolled by this. I mean, I'm looking forward to see her story and learning more about her. But, you know, she's so adorable. But I'm kind of bummed out that she's an axe user. And she's not even a 5-star. She's a 4-star. We'll have to see how she compares to Vanessa. I mean, maybe I'd switch my Vanessa for her, you know, depending on seeing her in action. But, you know, she's just Yue is just so adorable. Like, I just think she's so cute. But, you know, bummed about her being a 4-star, and kind of bummed about the fact that she is not a wand user. I mean, I'm sure when we read her stories, I mean, like, it's gonna make sense why she is an axe user. But I just really hope she was, because I have a really big soft spot for wand users. But that's just me. I wanted to share that since it is not part of this notice. Of course, once the banner is out, we can talk about whether it's worth it or not pulling from it, because we'll be able to see the rate-ups on all the things that they do have rate-ups on. But at the moment, I think Sylas is, am I pronouncing that right? I think Sylas is not really a character to wail for. I mean, if you want a husbando, go for it. But his skills, in my opinion, are kind of lackluster. I mean, another lance user. If you have Gala Ranzal, it's fine. You know, you don't need him. You really don't need Sylas. Like, legit. I mean, had he been a healer, I would have been like, yeah, I need him. But he's not. He's just a poisonous lance user. So none of his skills really attract me. I'm like, I really want him and I really want to work on him. I want US, so I'll probably just be doing daily summons. Also, just make sure that you'll realize that wrymprints are still going to be part of this. So if you do a few summons and get a 5-star, there's still a possibility that 5-star is going to be a wrymprint. So I'd kind of rather wait until the wrymprint changes are made. Maybe within my summons for the Fire Emblem Heroes collaboration, I get one of these characters. You never know. Things always throw you in the least expected times, or maybe I'll just get him at a future time. But at this moment, I don't think he's worth chasing. Maybe there's, this specific thing that he would be really good for. Maybe High Mercury for some reason actually does freeze as well as fog. I don't know. I'm very curious to find out, but we will find out tomorrow. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the new units? What do you think about the wrymprint changes of not having limited time wrymprints in there? I mean, I personally think it makes sense. Also, do you think it's worth summoning on this banner? Because I kind of don't. And also, if you have any questions for me for my Ask Mew video, let me know in the comments below. I look forward to finding out all the questions and putting that video together. I think it's going to be really fun to do. So, oh my gosh, thank you all so much for being so amazing. I'll be streaming on Thursday. Maybe I'll try High Mercury. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, meow meow.